Hey yo, beautiful people. How's everybody doing? Yeah, boy, Steven the Visualizer, back from vacation, dropping some more wisdom and knowledge and life lessons for y'all on location out here in some random ass park in Atglen, Pennsylvania that I forgot the name of. It's like Wolf Hollow Park, something like that. Just inspired to come out here today and be out here in nature. Nothing major, and figured cool outdoor setting. Found this dope ass pond behind me, and just figured I'd drop some knowledge on a topic that was at the top of my mind. So it's something that came up in a discussion with my best friend and I like a week or two ago, and he was like, "Man, you should make a video on this," and that is the concept of being open to receive blessings. So this is something that I learned the hard way. So I want to give y'all some examples of kind of what happened. So a lot of us, especially men, my boys, we got a lot of pride and ego, and we want to take credit and be the one that is the reason for like all we get in life. Like, we want to be the provider, the breadwinner, the strong one, the rock, the foundation. And kind of that masculine energy kind of keeps us kind of the blinders on, where we don't always see kind of the people and things around us that have been provided to help us. I was the same way for a while. I never asked for help for anything from anybody, from God, anybody. Like, I was solo dolo for like the last 20 years of my life. I just said, fuck it, bro. Like, I'm gonna take all of my burdens. I don't want to put them on anybody. Like, who wants to hear about my problems? And I just bottled that shit up, ate that, suffered silently, struggled about things that no one knows to this day, fought through shit. I had just happened to be resilient, and I know now that it wasn't me. It was God carrying me, Jesus carried me, all this time. And all praise and glory and honor to you, my Lord, for getting me to this point where, you've helped change my life. But it really does start with you and your mentality. So for a long time, I was just resistant to any kind of like help at all. Like, even when things came up where people would be like, oh yeah, like, yo, let me throw you a couple bucks, or like, let me help you out with this, or can I take you here, or what can I do for you? I was always like, no, I'm good. Even though like at some points, like, I needed that stuff. It would be as simple as like me turning down like free food just because I felt like wrong for taking advantage of stuff. And then more recently, when I started into my journey of faith after my awakening, I got a message from God saying, like, put your financial stability in my hands. Like, let me handle it. Like, don't worry about stuff. And I took that as a sign, like, okay, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna take a leap of faith. I'm gonna quit my job. I did that. I quit my job back in September. That's been like now 5 months that I haven't worked a day, and I'm still here. I have more money than I've ever had before. But at the very beginning, it was tough, and I didn't know kind of like how to handle this kind of new life. And one thing is, I was like afraid to ask for help or receive blessings because I just didn't understand how all this worked. And there were times right at the beginning when I quit my job, before the kind of financial blessings came my way, that I was out of money. Like, I did not know how I was going to eat the next week. I had no idea how I was going to make rent for the next month. I figured I was going to be out on the streets as some crazy person, like preaching the gospel or something. No idea what was going on. And there were people that stepped up and offered me financial assistance to get me by and like places to stay and whatever. And I initially declined it because I was afraid, like, okay, well, God told me to put my life in his hands. If I take this, am I like defying him? But now that I look back on everything, and what really started to get me through was trusting people and trusting the signs and the random mysterious things that came out of the blue, because that's how all this actually works. It's the people around you. Like, we're all together in this. Like, this is not a solitary journey through life. people are put in your vicinity, and random people will just come through when you need them most and have what you need at your like biggest time of need. And I finally realized this after like I missed my rent and I needed money to get to this trip that was really important to me, this spiritual retreat, this life coaching retreat. And I had no money for gas in my car. And my mom offered me some money, and I was highly resistant to taking anything from her because, again, I figured it would be like against God because I was just waiting for something more miraculous to happen. But that was the miraculous happening. And she's always been very generous and stuff with, her family, and particularly me and my brother, like making sure that we're taken care of. She's been an awesome mom, and she knows this. But this was like the second or third time that she offered me some money to help me out because she kind of knew I was struggling, that mother's intuition or whatever. And finally, I took it. And at the same time, one of my friends had a real dire financial need. And I decided to take a lot of the money that my mom gave me, handle just what I needed to handle, because she gave me like way more than I actually needed, which was awesome because, again, the Lord works in mysterious ways. And I surprised my friend and tried to give him a lot of money to cover what he needed to, which was really important stuff, family stuff. And he was resistant to this as well. So it was like a double lesson. And we had talked through this and had a real deep conversation. And this is the topic that came up about like thinking that you don't deserve something, or thinking like if you take something from this person that you always need to reciprocate, or that you need to tally up things and like, but that's not the case. Like if you give and receive out of the goodness of your heart, and you know that people's intentions are good, again, people are put out here, we're all on this journey to help each other. So you have to recognize the signs, because some of you, I think, are missing your blessings. Things are happening in your life and you're probably just going right over your head. Like you don't even realize things are happening. Doors are opening, opportunities are coming to you. So don't be stubborn. Let go of your ego and your pride. Like you cannot fix all of your problems. You're only going to be able to progress once you surrender that fact that you're not fully in control. There's a higher power than us, God. He's trying to guide us onto a better path for our life. He wants all of us to have better. Like, don't feel like you're stuck where you need to be. I thought that that was my mindset back like 6-7 months ago. I was like, yeah, I was doing okay. I was pretty comfortable, but I was unfulfilled. And I knew like, yeah, there's more to this. Like, and I started dreaming, and then things started picking up. And once you look inward and you want better for yourself, and you decide to like address the things that you think are holding you back, the path will develop right in front of you. It takes a little time, but believe me, I'm living proof, bro. I went from just sitting in the house doing nothing every day, same ass job, unfulfilled, not very many significant relationships that were like, worth a shit, very detached from the remaining people in my family. I was just going through the rat race. I was on, the spinning wheel going nowhere. And finally I woke up one day and I was like, enough of this shit. Like, I want more. There's more out here. We got to do something different. And then these things started happening, and I started accepting and seeing stuff, and then just taking advantage of what came for me. So that's what I got. So again, be open to change, be open to receiving blessings, ask for help. Like, I guarantee you have at least one person in your life that you can trust. You may not fully trust them yet because maybe you haven't been honest with yourself or been honest with them about everything, but the person that you trust the most, try to get closer to them, because they've been put on this earth for you. Everyone has at least one person, so you know who that is. If you're watching and you're listening right now, go to that person. Let them know how you feel about shit. Let them know about how you feel, like what you want to do in your life. Share things. That's the other thing. Like, once I started sharing like dreams and what I felt and what I experienced and my thoughts, other people will just randomly bounce ideas off you that will move you forward. Like, it's amazing. Like, they don't even know that they're doing this, but that's the thing where you got to realize that the blessings are coming in, and the signs. Like, they'll just say random shit or be like, hey, I saw this random YouTube video today or whatever, or here's this link. check this out. Like, that shit started happening to me like on a near daily basis, and that was the catalyst to moving me forward to a better life. So be open to that. Don't be in your feelings. Don't think that you got to do everything yourself and that you can't accept help. Help is out here for everyone, and it's just, it's on you to swallow your pride and be ready to accept it and be ready to do something different and live a better and more vibrant life. So hope this is helpful. Anyway, hope y'all have a great day. I will talk to y'all on the next one. Peace.